Hey everybody, hello, happy Friday. Welcome to the Victoria Marie YouTube channel. Sorry I was a little delay there. I was trying to get on and my software, for whatever reason, wouldn't let me on. How is it going? I hope everyone is doing well. Let me say hello in the chat. Hello everyone. Wait for some more folks to pop on. I think there's a delay in terms of when I see comments. I'm also trying to get my little match straight here. I'm working with a new setup, so like really excited about this. Hello, happy Friday, everybody. Hello. So glad that you're here. Finally able to join on time. That's awesome. Charlie, that's awesome. Heather says she looks forward to the lives on Fridays. I look forward to them too. I will say I am flying by the seat of my pants today. I didn't have my project ready. I thought I had my project stuff all set to go. And I'm looking around. I'm like, I forgot to prepare my project, but that's okay. Because I'm going to show you what I'm going to be working on today, which is going to be, of course, a layout. I'm going to be using the new Simple Stories collection called Hello Today, which I absolutely love. Hello, everybody. So good to see you. Hey, Carol and Rhonda and Jen. The comments are coming up slowly for me, so if I haven't said hello. Is it Herzel from Germany? Hello. Paige, Cynthia, Patricia, Teresa. Hello, everybody. Hey, Barb, good afternoon. Welcome everybody to the Victoria Marie YouTube channel. We go live every Friday, pretty much every Friday, here on the channel. Today I'm going to be making a scrapbook page, probably an 8.5 by 11, using the new Simple Stories collection. It's called the Everyday, what's it called? Hello Today, not Everyday. It's called Hello Today. And I've probably used this collection maybe 3 times already. So today I'm just going to be doing like an everyday little thing. This is actually a photo I took a picture of today of me in my new jumper. I don't think you guys can see that, but I have my new jumper on. But basically this layout is about me being obsessed with all things pockets. This type of project I like to put in a scrapbook album that's all about me, my interests, my random musings, all those good things. And so I like having fun. And plus, this gives me an opportunity to just kind of play with product and test out techniques and that type of thing. But this is going to be pretty straightforward design today. Hello, Barb. Hello, Margaret and Sarah. She says, I'm on a roll, third live in a row. Congratulations. Hey, Jessica from Nova Scotia. Hey, Cody, what's going on? Not feeling well today. Hopefully feel good by the crop. I hope so, too. We've got the crop coming up next week, and I'll talk about that here in just a second. Hey, Robin and Kathy. And Cindy and Snappy, hey, what's going on? And Brenda. We got a lot of our regulars here today and some new folks. Hello, Sarah. And Sarah, we got lots of Sarahs on today. Paige says, that jumpsuit is everything. Thank you so much. This is the most comfortable thing. I got it from a site called Natural Life, and they sell kind of like bohemian style stuff. And it's one of these jumpsuits where it's one size fits all closely. I'm a plus size girl, so I was a little skeptical. And you cut it to the length that you want. So I'm short, I'm 5'1", so I had to cut off like 2 inches on this thing, but it's so comfortable and it's perfect if you don't want to wear pajamas all day, but you're not trying to get all dressed up and do the whole thing. You can put on this little jumpsuit, put a little t-shirt underneath it or something, and put some little chunky earrings on and you're good to go. And so I do wear it out, by the way. You can just pop on some sandals, go run a couple errands, it's no big deal. And I am obsessed with things with pockets. It's just dresses particularly I love with pockets. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us, everyone who just popped on. Okay, so today I'm going to be making a 8.5 by 11 layout, scrapbooking this story. Before I go any further, make sure, if you haven't already, subscribe to the Victoria Marie YouTube channel. That way you'll know each and every time we go live here on the channel and whenever I post other content, which I will be posting more of soon enough. Speaking of content, I'll be posting my scrapbook reorganization project, hopefully within the next few weeks once I get it done. If you've been following me on Instagram, I've been sharing some behind the scenes sort of looks. And if you're a Patreon, you'll get more of a behind the scenes look at this reorganization project, which is crazy, but it is coming together. In fact, I'm at my new craft island where I get to stand up. So I'm really excited about having a standing workstation because now I can move around and all that good stuff, versus just sitting down and then feeling too lazy to get up and go grab the thing. So anyway, Quick announcement for those of you who have been waiting for registration to open for the Victoria Marie online virtual crop. We have our March crop coming up next week. It is called Mixed Media Madness. That's going to be next weekend. It's going to be March 26th through the 28th. I will be posting information about it this afternoon. And so if you're not subscribed to the Victoria Marie blog, my newsletter, if you're not following me on the socials, make sure you do that. Do it right now during the live so that you'll get notification when that information is posted. I'm almost done finalizing everything for registration, and I should have that posted mid this afternoon. But so you don't miss out, make sure you either follow me on my blog, sign up for my e-newsletter. That way you get all the information that you need. Now, the Victoria Marie online virtual crops are hosted on the Victoria Marie Mighty Network. That's the only place you have to go to participate in this virtual crop. And the crop is set up as a group on my network, which I explained all of that at the time that you register. If you're already a part of the Victoria Marie Mighty Network, no worries. All you have to do is wait for the event information to be posted within the network, and then you can immediately join the group. It's $7.99 USD to join us. You get challenges, prizes, and giveaways. I am going to be teaching a class for this one. Well, actually, it's more like a mini workshop, so to speak, not like a full-out class, where we're going to be playing with jelly plates. So if you have a jelly plate and you're trying to figure out how to use that with your scrapbooking or card making or whatever project, I'm going to talk about kind of the basics of using a jelly plate during one of our live sessions. Speaking of, the most popular aspect of these virtual crops is that we do live scrap and chats. So if you want to come and hang out with us and scrapbook and chat with other scrapbookers and learn some stuff and whatnot and talk about everything under the sun, then come join us for it. We have a lot of fun at the crops. So information is going to be posted later this afternoon. If you want to get in on that, make sure my links are in my description. Subscribe to the Victoria Marie newsletter, subscribe to my blog, so that way you can get notifications. When things happen, follow me on my socials. I'll be posting it all over, and I'll be talking about it over the next few days. So make sure you come and join us. $7.99, best deal in town, and you get live streams, and you get challenges, and you get to hang out with people. So come join us. Etanine says, I'm jealous it's warm enough for a jumpsuit. They are my favorites. It's the only category in my closet where I didn't minimize what I own when I did closet clean out. I love jumpsuits. They're amazing. Awesome. Will the jelly plate mini class be recorded? Brenda, thank you very much. As you guys know, all of the live Zoom sessions for the virtual crops, all of them are recorded. So the little mini class I'm going to be doing will be a part of the Scrap and Chat Zoom. So it will be recorded and will be posted for playback. You do not need a whole lot of knowledge in order to participate in these challenges. All of them are very flexible. You can substitute products. So say, for instance, if the challenge calls for acrylic paint and you don't have acrylic paint, you can substitute it for something else. And we also have people who don't participate in the challenges. They just want to participate in the live Zoom scrap and chats or the mini workshops or educational opportunities that I sometimes offer. So you don't have to participate in the challenges. Oh, here's another thing. If you do participate in the challenges, you have 3 weeks to submit your projects. I provide all of that information on how you post your projects and all of that. That's all provided to you. So you don't have to worry about it now. You can register, sign up, you'll learn all about it. It's an awesome, awesome deal. So all the live stream stuff is recorded, by the way. I just want to make sure that I underscore that. And you don't have to be a mixed media expert in order to play along. This is really about experimenting and playing with what you do have in your stash. And if there's something that you don't have, don't worry. You can substitute it, or you can, make the challenge your own. We don't have really hard and fast rules at the Victoria Marie virtual crops. What do you need if you've never done mixed media? Well, thank you, Margaret, for asking that. What I do at the time of registration is I post a schedule of events, and the name of the challenges calls to the type of product that you would need in order to complete the challenge. And usually for the challenges, I will provide or will say you can use any substitution. So if you don't have, say, watercolors, for example, and you have acrylic paint, then use acrylic paint. If you don't have a stencil on hand, you can make your own stencil and use it, or use something else as a stencil. So there's ways that you can substitute the products if you want to play along, and you can just make it your own. But the idea is to challenge you a little bit. You don't have to go out and buy anything for this, but the challenges are all very, very, very much accommodating for anybody. Okay. Let me see if anything else. Awesome. So let's go ahead and get started with today's project. I am filming in my new setup, and I'm trying this camera angle here. Let me see if it's going to work. I don't know if it's going to work or not. I usually do not make videos where I have my mat showing because I can never get it straight. So hold on just a second. Let me see if I can play around with this just a little bit. I can never seem to get it straight the way that I want it. I wanted to see if that'll work. I don't even know if that worked or not. We'll work with it. We'll work with it. And then, of course, there's always a delay whenever you're on these chats or doing the YouTube. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. Cool. Cindy says she's working on one of the challenges right now. Absolutely. And I think the challenges are due today. I believe so. Let's see. Never done mixed media. This is a great opportunity to learn what's up. That's right. Oh, thank you. Thank you for mentioning that. The Dawn 39. We have a lot of people in our Zoom scrapping chats that share really good information, and we share resources and stuff like that. So if there's something you don't know how to do or you're curious about, you can always ask the group because we're always opening to helping and answering people's questions and the whole nine. So you get all of that fantastic support from the community. So make sure that you join us. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started on this layout. I have a 4x6 photo, roughly, of me in my jumpsuit that I'm currently wearing. This is a layout that's going to go into an album that I designate for stories all about me. And usually those stories are my interests, my random musings, things that are specific to what it is that I like to do and what my interests are. And I think every scrapbooker needs a scrapbook about themselves. You want to include yourself in your story. That's very important if you're not doing that. Particularly if you're someone who is a parent or if you're scrapbooking stuff other than yourself. Get yourself in your scrapbook pages, and this is a great way to do it. I'm using the Simple Stories collection. This is a 12x12 collection kit. This collection kit includes 12x12 papers. They're double-sided. One side has a pattern and the other side has pocket cards. So you can use it either as a whole sheet, or you can cut it up, or you can use the pocket cards for a variety of projects. It also comes with a sticker sheet, which I'm going to be using in a second. I also have from that same collection these frames, and I love the frames because it adds a great interest and detail. It takes some of the hard work out of the design of the layout, and it gives you something really pretty that you can add to a layout. So these frames, there's 6 frames in the pack, various sizes that you can use. So I'll probably use a frame with my photo. Then I also have some Puffy stickers that also come with the collection. This particular collection is really like a daily, everyday theme. Like it's not really like Christmas or that type of thing. It is just your everyday stories you can tell with this particular collection. Also, there is a sticker book. You get 12 sheets of stickers. There's 700 stickers in this sticker book, and it's great. It has letters, which if you like simple stories, they make the best little sticker letters. Phrases, also has the days of the month, or the months rather. Here's some other letter stickers and some other things that are super versatile that you can use for a lot of different projects. And then also I have a stencil, and I haven't decided if I'm going to use the stencil yet. Because I'm in the middle of my studio reorganization, I don't have my blending tools or my inks readily available to me. On the other side of my studio is a hot mess, and it's somewhere over there. So I don't know if I'm going to be blending anything yet, but we'll see. May not use that, but we'll see. I'm really interested in using the frame. Then also with the collection, there are 2 packs of die cuts that are available as well. Letters, various different icons with a camera, little tickets and things of that nature. Here's another one that has labels for journaling and all kinds of fun things that you can use to scrapbook with this collection. And for those of you who love washi tape, there is washi tape available with this collection. You can find this at scrapbook.com, by the way. They have it available, and it's on sale at scrapbook.com. And what I will do towards the end of this is I will pop my affiliate link with scrapbook.com, free for you to use. I just get a small commission if any sales are made using the link. But shop it and you'll get a little bit of a discount that they're running today. And they usually run some pretty good sales on scrapbook.com. Alrighty, so I want to go ahead and get my page set up. I don't actually have a plan for this, so you're going to see me create this organically. I thought I had this prepared, but I did not. And I'm getting used to scrapbooking standing up again, so that's really fun. So here is the sticker sheet. Love this. Has lots of little icons on it, so I'm going to set this aside. What I want to do is first, I've already used this collection, so I want to look through to see what pattern papers I have already cut up. So I want to use those as much as I can. And here's what I'm talking about when it says double-sided, and then you get the pocket cards. And the pocket cards are the months of the year, rather. So like this one's March. So you get a couple of 4x6 and then 3x4 pocket cards. So this is very, very versatile. This is more of a cream tone collection, but I don't mind mixing creams with my whites. Now I'm going along and just kind of seeing what I might want to use. I love this stripe. I've used this collection a lot over the past few months, maybe 3 or 4 times, if that, for various projects. Love that pattern paper. And let's see what we can do with this, with the scraps first, before I start cutting into more pattern paper. I think I might use one as part of my background. I do have a white piece of cardstock that I'll probably start out with. And then let's go ahead and trim up the photo. This is going to be a pretty basic design, kind of my go-to design here. Let me cut off just a tiny bit of this white border. I use a Canon. Today, I use my new Canon printer, wide format printer, to cut my photo. Love the picture quality of it. It's the new, that's that Scrapbook all-in-one Canon printer that I'm using. So yeah. Hey, Sweet and Scrappy Designs. What's going on, girl? How are you? Hello, Liz. Hello, Susan. Okay, so I'm going to see what I can get with these scraps here. I just have like 2 patterns. So that's one. I could possibly use those. I want to look for something that I can mount this white on, and I think for that, I'm going to use one of my favorite colors, which is this blue, and I think I want to go ahead and get that out too. Okay, so let's get my larger trimmer. Getting used to scrapbooking standing up primarily, which I love. Let me know in the comments section, do you like to stand up when you're making things, or do you like to sit down, or do you kind of do both? I like to stand up because I feel it makes me more productive, and I'm more likely to get up and do things like use my die cutting machine or something like that. I'm going to set up my trash can here. And just toss the paper in that I don't need. Let me know, are you a standing scrapper or creative, or do you sit, or do you do both? I am going to buy some chairs for our new craft island. My daughter uses it as well, so that if we get tired, we can sit, but primarily standing, which I love. Okay, so I'm going to just gut the middle of this. Let me make sure that I cut this the way I want it. Yeah, so I'm just going to gut the middle of it because I want to preserve some of this paper. There we go. I already feel productive as it is. I really pared down my scrapbooking supplies, and I'm continuing to pare it down only to the things that I want in this reorganization project that I'm working on. And it's definitely been super helpful. There we go. Get out my tape. I also have drawers in my new islands, which is great. I like clean surfaces, so I can just reach and get what I want. Also with this island, notice there's no shaking, so that's awesome. My last desk was not very stable, so this one is a lot more stable than my last desk. I do need a standing mat, Christine, absolutely. In fact, I've been looking at some of those, looking at standing mats to order, for sure, because it does help with your back. And I do use my I'm in here every day making stuff, so I do need a standing mat. You are absolutely correct. All right, let's see. Slouch over my desk. It's a terrible habit. Oh. Brenda says she likes both, but don't have room for a craft. Don't have room in the craft room for a sitting desk and standing desk, so I sit or stand until my back hurts from bending over. Oh, yeah. So you'll need something to kind of bring it up a little bit higher, right? Hey, Jen, what's going on? She says, I had a standing desk, but converted back to sitting. I wish I had enough space for both. Yeah. Barb says, I sit, but I wish I had a different setup so I could stand. Liz says, I like to sit. I feel like when I stand, I'm rushed. Oh, that's interesting. Heather says, I know you'll understand my excitement that the FedEx man just dropped off a box full of new scrapbooking goodies. Yes, we will definitely celebrate that, Heather. Cindy says, I saw the photos of your island. Looks great. Thank you so much. For those who sit or stand, I use a drafting chair that goes high enough to sit at my desk if I need to rest my back. That's a really good option. Snappy says, I aspire to have an option of standing. And then Christine says, I scrapbook standing up at my island my husband built for me. Oh, that's nice. Custom countertop on an IKEA shelf with bins holding items below. And I sit sometimes. Very awesome. Sarah, so my islands that I purchased are from Wayfair. They are currently out of stock. And I posted some information on my Instagram with a picture of the island. And I forget the name of the company now. But I believe sometimes with websites like Wayfair and others, a lot of them tend to carry the same products from the same manufacturers. So if something is out of stock that you're looking for, then check another company, another retailer. They may be selling that same manufacturer. I just go to the manufacturer's website to see where they sell their products. But this particular island is out of stock as of the 18th. And I think with Wayfair, you can set up notifications. So when they come back in stock, then you'll be notified. Okay, so let's pick out a frame. And I'm coming to sort of this frame that says live colorfully, but that's kind of not what I want. Let's see what other frames they have. I know some of you subscribed to Felicity Jane last week when we had the live, so thank you for showing Felicity Jane some love. Small shop, female owned. That's fantastic. We got to support our small shops for sure. Let me move some of these papers out the way. So I've got this frame that says today, large and in charge. This frame, but that's for a horizontal photo, but look at that camera. That's super cute. Documented, that's a little bit too small. This one is for 2 photos. You can either put it this way with the tab up or this way with the tab down. You could potentially put it this way too if you had 2 smaller horizontal photos. So those are really cute. Alrighty, so I'm thinking I'm going to use the today frame. Now the reason why I like using these decorative frames is because it takes the design guesswork out of it. It also gives you an anchor that you can then build around. So I think what I want to do is I think I want to leave this centered like this. And then let's go through and maybe put the title here and the journaling here. I also thought about just kind of putting it down here, like offsetting it here. Maybe have some pattern paper going this way. I want to use this scrap. And that looks cool. But here's where I'm having a dilemma with that. I have a dot here and a dot here. So I probably would want to break that up in some way. And I'm trying to use the papers I've already cut. So let's see. Let's see what we got here. And you know what? If that doesn't work, I'm not like stressing. So I'm not going to stress about it. Maybe we'll build out some layers. Maybe we'll do a layer like this or something with a band of pattern paper. And here's that piece of paper that I got from this blue. I feel like this needs some yellow, so we're going to have to take advantage of that. I'm going to move my photo up just a little bit. And then I'm thinking, there's this card here on this other scrap piece. Let me move my frames out the way for a second. Just trying to figure out the background here. Oh, you know what I'm going to do first, guys? Because I added some adhesive, something that's adhesive right here. is showing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some of this washi tape that comes with the kit. I'm going to cover that because that keeps sticking to my mat. I accidentally put adhesive in the middle of the page when I just need to put it around the edges. Okay, so anyway, so what I'm going to do after I do that is I'm going to cut out this card that says small details, and I'll probably use that for my journaling. Where is the start of the washi tape? Anybody do this when they're trying to open washi tape? Like, it's like, where's the start of the washi tape? Oh, Erin, those are from Simple Stories. It's called the Hello Today collection. I will put a link when I am done. I forgot to put a link in the description. But if you hold out, I'll put my affiliate link to scrapbook.com. They are selling it, and it's on sale. If you don't want to shop scrapbook.com, it's at other retailers too, like a Cherry on Top and that type of thing. I'm not an affiliate for them, but you're welcome to use my affiliate link. It costs absolutely nothing for you to do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and I don't know if I'm going to stick to this pocket card or not, but I'm going to cut it out. And that's what I love about this collection is you can use the various elements, and you don't need a whole bunch of stuff, right, to make a really beautiful layout. But you can use the pocket cards, and you can use other elements from this collection to build out something really nice. So I'm thinking I could take this pattern paper, layer it with this, so I'm doing sort of a repetitive pattern paper situation. And then I have my picture with my frame. And then I'd have this journaling card right here. Maybe something like that. Okay, let's go ahead and work with that. Let me get my picture situated first. So let's grab some adhesive. Let's see if this is going to work on the old chipboard. Sometimes this roller tape rolls up the chipboard. So in that case, just use double-sided tape. Okay. So now what I want to do, look how easy this is with a frame. By the way, what are some other things you can do with these frames? You can create shaker pockets out of it. You can put your journaling in it. You can use them for layering if you don't want to put a photo in it. Lots of ways that you can use the frame. Okay, so I'm just going to pop this on like this on my photo. Now, it wouldn't be a Victoria Marie Designs layout if I didn't put some foam on the back. So I need to grab some foam tape. And let's see, do I have my roll? Yeah. I have a drawer tape right behind me. I grab my scissors, which are in the drawer in my new island. I love this. I love this so much. You gotta have stuff that works for you, you know? I don't know if this would have worked for me years ago when I was scrapbooking, but it certainly works for me now. I think because I do make so much these days that I needed a works island situation that really allows me to be super productive. Okay. So now we have that set. So I'm going to set this to the side for just a second. Let's work on this background. So this piece of paper here, I think I want to do, let me see. I think I want to trim this down just a teeny smidgy. Just a little smidge this way. Maybe we do that like 2. I love a good dot. So there we go. I kind of like that. And let's see here. I'm getting used to my new setup with all my things. Grab my pen. Let me grab a pen. Gee, what to choose from? Because like I feel like I don't have any pens, but I have tons of pens. Let's I pared down my pen collection. This used to be a large little planter filled with pens, and I got rid of like 50 some odd pens that were dry. So don't be a serial pen collector like me. Okay, so what I want to do, I'm just going to flip this over real quick. And just kind of do that number so I know where to cut it. There we go. Let's cut her up. And that's going to go right here. Then, what did we say about this? We said that this is going to go something like that. Or do I want it to cross on top? So I want some of that red to show. At first I thought I was going to put it like this, but it's not as high impact, right? So I think I'm just going to pop it here. I was trying to go for a break in between the dots, but I think what I'll do is I'll allow this to be my break in between the dots. Okay, so now I've got sort of my layered pattern paper anchor here. I've got my nice large photo. I have a spot for my journaling, but I need a spot for my title. So I could do one of two things since I'm working on a smaller layout. I can bump this up slightly. Bump that up slightly. And now I have space down here for my title, which I think is going to be like pocket obsessed, I think is what I want to call it. I could also switch this orientation here. I want a little bit of white space in between these two since I'm using the same pattern for my background, same pattern for my layers. Pop this here. This goes here. Okay. Then I have my title here. Now that I'm looking at this red strip, I'm going to take it and cut it at an angle because sometimes you just need a little bit of that type of detail. What angle do I want to cut this at? I want it going out or in? Out. Sometimes you just need a little detail like this. And look at that. It just changes the look of that layout completely. Now, what else could I do with this? I feel there needs to be a little bit more pizzazz. Just a teeny bit more pizzazz. Not quite done with you yet, little strip. Let's cut a little bit more off of you. We're going to pizzazz it up. By the way, for those who like to stitch and stuff on your layouts, this is a great opportunity for you to do that with the different layers. I'm going to kind of move this in just a little bit. Just a smidge. Like I'm not trying to go crazy with it. Okay. And so I'm thinking that's where the journaling will go here and the title will go here. Now, the reason why I'm using the pocket card is because it gives me more space to journal, and I'll probably handwrite the journaling off camera. I can't do that now. I'm thinking I'm going to trim this down just slightly, and then I want to add something that's going to make it pop. There is a yellow piece of pattern paper in this collection, which I want to use. But now that I have a spot for the journaling on this larger space, I can now put my title down here. So I'm going to look through those pattern papers again. And I'm going to reach for this yellow pattern paper. And yes, it does still have dots, but I'm okay with that. So I'm going to trim this blue down just a teeny bit, right? Just making some small adjustments, nothing major. And then let's make this pop with a bit of yellow. They call me mellow yellow, right? Okay, so here we go. Let's add some adhesive to this. Let's grab us a little bit of this yellow here. Like we don't have to go crazy with it, just a little bit. There we go, okay. Now, let's trim it out. Here we go. Trimmy, trimmy, trimmy. And a little trim. Ah, yes, see? That little bit of yellow makes it pop. That could have been vellum. It could have been glitter paper. It could have been a lot of different things, right? And I also have yellow in the frame, so I wanted to play to that too. Okay, I think we're going somewhere, folks. Yes, there we go. Looking good. Then I got that so I can put my words down. Okay, perfect. So let's go ahead and commit. I love this collection because it makes it easy for you to put together a layout. Particularly something like this. If you just have one photo, or you just need something, if you have a larger photo, for instance, 5x7 would work well, and you're using a smaller landscape like an 8.5 by 11, this is a perfect design because it puts that photo up front in focus. Let me put my journaling card down. I'm going to move it over just slightly. I could have it come off that way too. Like, that's okay. I kind of like that better. That gives me space so when I go back to journal, then I'm good to go. Okay, let's take the backing off of our photo here. This is coming together nicely. And there we go. Perfecto. Let's work out the title. I have some options, and I wanted to use what I have available to me. I also want to use the washi too. I'm feeling a little bit of a washi situation here. That looks good, but that doesn't like pop enough for me. I need a little bit more of a pop. We'll come back to that. I want to put that down because that was on my mind for a second. Okay, so in the sticker sheet, there are these letters, and there are phrases, numbers, the months, these phrase stickers, more phrase stickers, and then, of course, the letters. And I think what I want to do is take these letters here, these are a wood grain, and do something like pocket. Let's see if this will work. If it doesn't work, it's okay. I'm like not stressing about it. Pockets, maybe obsessed with pockets. We'll see how this goes. Again, I don't have this planned out, so we're just flying by the seat of our pants, people. Best way to do it. Okay, let's go ahead and grab this K. These letters are super thin, so I want to be careful. There we go. Sometimes the title doesn't come to me until I start pulling up letters and placing them down and whatnot. I'm sometimes asked how I'm able to sort of scrapbook on the fly like this without much of a plan. Which, by the way, if you're joining me, I didn't have a plan for this. I thought I had this layout prepared for today, and I did not. Usually what I do is I prep my projects before I go live, and I kind of forgot to do that. Okay. Let's see. No, I did not change my time. Daylight savings time changed last weekend. So that time change already happened, but I did not change my time. I know it's crazy. I don't know if any other country does what we are doing. Like, we have a time change here in the States. I don't know if anybody else does that anywhere, any part of the world, but we do here in the US. So our time changed last week. Yes, I am using my new standing station, and I love it. I probably should have put a message that, hey, watch the time change. Watch for the time change. Here in the States, our time changed last week. Okay, so let's see. There's this tab here. I thought about using one of these tabs, so I want something else to go with the title. There's one that says just here for the moments. There's what it's all about. Yes to this. Yes to this, or something like that. I thought about taking some of these little tiled letters. Let's see. And then do like that. Obsessed with pockets. Oh, come on, little stickers. And I'm leaving the tops of them up just in case I decide to change what I want to do. Let's see. These are thin too, so you got to be careful. They're not super thick in the sticker sheet. See if that works. Oh, you know what I was going to try to use, and I totally forgot. I was going to use the arrow stencil. Different project, different day. O-B-S-E. S-S. I'm trying to be careful not to rip them. I love how the frame does all the design work for me, like most of the design work for me. So now I just have to add just a little bit of embellishment and I'm good to go. Obsessed. Almost there. Let's grab a D. There we go. It's going to kind of come off of that paper just a little bit. That's okay. Let's spell with. How do I feel about that? I think I'll feel okay about it. There we go. Little space in between that word and that word. I like to challenge myself to use the items that come with the collection before I start digging into my stash. And then once I've exhausted the collection, then I dig in my stash to add stuff to it. You can also add things to your new collections from your stash. Either way works to get some of the items used up in your stash. Okay. Is that going to work? It's going to work because I'm committing to it. Look at that. Let's just go ahead and put this down. That P looks a little wonky, but you know what? It is what it is. Obsessed with pockets. That's me. Completely obsessed with pockets. If you follow me on Instagram, every now and then I do this thing that I like to call, what do I call it? Like a day in fashion or something like that. Today in fashion is what I call it. And I post my fashion finds because, you know, apparently I'm a fashion influencer now, I've decided, with my very comfy overall clothing. Okay. Get my little thing out. By the way, for those who are curious, I am loving my standing desk right now. I love it. Okay, obsessed with pockets. We got the title down. Woohoo! Yes. Loving it. Loving it, loving it. I think I might keep a pin up here. Just. Okay, so next up, let's start looking at some stickers and whatnot. We're not trying to go crazy with this, right? We're just trying to not necessarily keep things simple. Ooh, I love that little sticker. It looks like it's hanging from there. I like that sticker. I do want to grab some elements that I think will work for this. Let's look at the die cuts. We haven't done that quite yet. Do I need a tab on this thing? You bet I do. You know I love me some tabs. Also, too, I'm liking these little scallop situations. I also like this little line of color here. This little strip of a sticker. Will that work here? Like if I put it here, just to add some color. It almost looks like a piece of pattern paper sticking out there, but it's not. I have enough, I think, of the vertical situation going on, but it would be really cool horizontal. Just that horizontal element there. Kind of made an L. I'm good with that. All right, let's see what we got in the tab life. Because you guys know that I love my tabs. Yes to this. Yes to this. How about right here? Yeah, let's do that. Cool. Looking good. Okay, let's look at some die cuts. Let's do that real quick. Let's set this to the side. Hey, Jaredell, what's going on? Gemma, do you have high chairs to sit on too? I will. I'm going to be ordering chairs for this as well. Do we get to see a setup of your drawers and tabletop? Yes, you will when if you're a patron, if you're a Victoria Marie patron, you'll get to see that behind the scenes. Actually, this weekend, because I'm going to be editing a behind the scenes video, behind the scenes look. But for everyone else, I will be doing a walkthrough tour of the reorganization sometime next month once I'm done with this process. No, Jaredell, I did not use a sketch for this layout. I am doing this off the cuff. So I just came up with this design right now as I went live. People ask me sometimes how I'm able to do that. I usually will depend on or go back to designs, base of designs that I use a lot of that are kind of my go-to designs. So whenever I'm working on a layout, I don't have quite a plan, then I stick with those design elements that are kind of my tried and true, and then I kind of switch things up a little bit as I'm going along with the layout. And I've learned to do that over the years a lot better than when I first start scrapbooking. So I think once you kind of get your go-to designs, it makes it easier to just kind of, you know, create on the fly. Teresa says, love that I'm a Patreon. I love that. Hashtag love that I'm a Patreon. Absolutely. You get to get that behind the scenes look. Okay, so let's pull out some die cuts and see what we're working with here. Now, notice with the colors and stuff, I don't need a whole bunch of stuff. You know what I mean? I don't need a ton. It doesn't take a ton to make a layout pretty. If you want to add all the things, add all the things. It's your layout. Do you, boo? If you don't, then don't. That's cool too. So there's lots of die cuts here. Let me see what I might potentially use. Kind of like the flower situation there. Yeah, don't really like that. Scrapbooking on the fly. I love that. That looks cute. Little butterfly situation. A little camera situation can go there. Look how I'm building that out. And sometimes if you don't know, just lay it down on the page, right? You don't have to, it doesn't have to be like a hee-haw thing, right? Over and over. Should I use it? Should I not? Should I pull it up? Should I not? Should I, just, put it on the page. And if it doesn't work, take it off the page and then move on. Okay, I'm almost done with this, folks. I'm almost done. There's another flower situation. I don't know if I'll use it, but I'm just going to kind of pull it out. Oh, that's a cute camera. Which one should I use? I think I'm going to use the yellow. Okay, so that's that one little pack. This little tray is from Target, by the way. I'm going to put these back in here. Pretty good at making quick decisions of what I want. This is another reason why I buy collections, and when I buy the collection, I try to buy every piece of the collection that I know that I'll use. I like variety, so if the collection has 2 packs of die cuts, I'm going to get both packs of die cuts. This collection was actually sent to me from Scrapbook and Cards today for a project that I did for them, so I didn't actually purchase this one, but I am going to go back and purchase the things that I wasn't given. Okay. Let's see, what else do we have here? Some more flowers. Do I have something else other than flowers? I like this small details. That's cool. Looking through the tags and such. Some of this is kind of work office related. and some of it isn't. Just digging through here, seeing if there's anything I want to use. I make super fast decisions. Like, I don't try to overthink it. Because why? Because why? How about we layer this up? Let's do some layered labels. I'm going to kind of tilt that to the side like that. That's kind of cute. That's kind of cute. I'm loving this. And now I'm dancing. I can dance because I'm standing up, right? Can you imagine standing desk? You got your music playing and then you're dancing while you're scrapping. Yas. Maybe I put like happy there. Just kind of tilt that there. I don't know. Let's make it happen. I have these little elements. That's cool. I'm liking this. I love this little butterfly element. I think I'm going to stick with that. Notice I didn't have to use a whole bunch here. I might come back to one of my sticker sheets. See what I've got going on. There's another butterfly, a little plant. I really want to use that sticker. So let's see. Let's not overcomplicate it. Let's go ahead and put some stuff down. Okay, so I am going to need some of my dots. So I'm going to grab my little container down here. It has my dots. By the way, I did purchase new containers, and I'll talk more about this when I do the walkthrough, but these are stackable, and they sit on shelves right here in my island. So I just have to reach down, pull it up on my desktop, do what I need to do, put stuff back. So good, so good. So good. All right, so I'm just going to set that to the side for right now. Okay, let's do this. Let's take that off. Let's add some adhesive here. And let's add a dot here. Will that stand up? It will. Let's take that backing off. Okay, and we'll put our camera here. Feels like it needs an enamel dot right in the middle of that. And then I'm going to take this little word that says happy, or this label that says happy. And then I'm just going to put that right here. Okay. Then Everyday Moments, let's layer up some labels. By the way, if you are a Victoria Marie patron, we have a mini workshop tomorrow, 2 to 4. We're going to be talking about advanced layering techniques. I'm going to talk about some of the things that I'm doing actually right now in this video. I'm going to talk about it with a little bit more in-depth information and some more advanced layering techniques. So if you're not a patron, get in on that. All members right now, regardless of their patron level, get to participate in the monthly creative workshops, and they're interactive. So you are given recommended supplies for the workshop, and we work on a project while we're learning. So if you like that kind of ongoing education, consider becoming a patron. We have one tomorrow from 2 to 4. It is recorded because not everyone can make the live session, and you prepare in advance. We're using our stash tomorrow. There's a sketch that we're going to be following just to make the design portion of it easier. And we're going to talk about layering techniques that are a little bit more advanced than just layering 1 or 2 papers. We're going to really drill into more of the design aspect of it. How to really approach layering on a scrapbook page. I teach about layering all the time. It's like one of my favorite things to talk about. Okay, so I kind of feel there needs to be a little something there. I wonder if there is something smaller that I can use. Like this little butterfly situation. That's kind of cute. I didn't use these, but that's okay. Like, these are enough, I think. Okay, let's see. What else do we want? What else do we want? I have this little coffee cup. Because why not? Why not use a coffee cup? I don't like that. I like coffee, so that's a thing. We're going to put it on there because why not? I don't have any other reason not to, so why not? Do I want to put anything else? I really, really like this little sign here, but I don't think it's going to work. I think that then makes it too much. That's going to have to be on another project. Okay, what do I got here time-wise? All right, 2 more minutes. Let me see. What else do I have? I love this standing up because now I can move around and I can dance. It needs some enamel dots. That's what it needs. Let me see what I got in enamel dots. I didn't pull those, although Simple Stories does have enamel dots, just not with this collection. Let's use the puffies real quick. Let's see if we can do something with some of the puffies. Puffy stickers. I like that. Hello? That's cute. I'm trying to like figure out a layer situation there. I like that. Will that work? Move that down a little bit. Add some direction. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Okay. It's time for some dots, people. It's time to dot it up. It is time to dot it up. Let me see what I have. Because I didn't pull any out. So let me see what I've got. Go into my stash o dot. Let me see if I have some available to me. I'm going to pull out. Now here's another reason why I like my standing desk. Because I would have, if I was sitting down, I would have said, you know what? I'm too lazy to get up and go find my enamel dots. So now I'm looking through my stash for some dots that'll work. I'm just going to pull out a couple little sets here that I think will work with this collection. I have more enamel dots, but I'm not going to go to that stash because it's over there in the hot messness area of my studio right now. Okay. There we go. All right. So I'm thinking what I'll probably do, I'm trying to look and see what my options are. These pebbles, these are puffy dots from their summer collection last year. And then I have some that I've had for a while. This is a Let's Stay Home. That's actually relatively new from Pink Fresh Studio. And then I have some enamel dots from Namaste Home, which is a collection that was by This was designed by Becky Adams for Stamp and Scrapbook Expo. So I'm thinking, I'm going to put this one out. I think I'm going to use these here. These are kind of a lighter tint. Whoops. Don't you hate it when it gets stuck to the back of your nail? When enamel dots get stuck to the back of your nail? Let's see. I want to use a different color here. Maybe I'll use these little puffy dots, because these have more of the orangey color. You can mix them up. It's no big deal, right? Or actually, do I want to put it down here? Kind of like it there. Kind of like one of those going right there. And then how about we add come on, come on. Blue. Let's do orange or yellow color, something like that. There. There. Okay. I'm like good with that. There. Then you get some dots. I always have to cluster them. Like I feel weird spreading them out. Although I could spread them out if I wanted to. Let's see. Like, I have one here, here, here. Maybe today's the day that I do that. I kind of like them spread out now that I look at it. Let's put one here. No, I don't like that there. Let's put maybe one there just to kind of look like it's sprinkled across the page. Maybe one there. Okay. Maybe one here. See, this is why I don't move them around, because then I keep moving them around. I don't know. I'm not going to mess with this anymore. It is what it is. Okay. So, I think the only thing I have to do is add the date, which is today, and I'll do that. Stick that right back underneath there. And I'll add the journaling off camera, and then I'll take a picture of it and post it at some point today. But we're going to call this layout done. And I really loved using my standing desk. So if you're on the fence about using a standing desk, I recommend it. I recommend it, particularly for this express purpose, because I would not have gotten up and gotten Enamel Dots if I was sitting down. So standing up, I'm already up, might as well get it. Okay, so 8.5 by 11 layout using the new Simple Stories collection. This is called Hello Today. Have one 4x6 photo. Utilize the frames, which are fantastic. So if you're going to get this collection, grab the frames. This is a great way to have a jumping off point for any layout that you make. You can also use these in mini albums. You can use them in your traveler's notebooks, that type of thing. These are fantastic for that. And because I used a good amount of this layout with the frame and the photo, I did want to create this layered background with some pattern paper, and then added this strip of red just to give it a pop. Used the stickers that came with the collection. Added a few little sprinkles of layered embellishments there. I have a tab here, and then of course I'll add in the journaling. And I'm going to call this layout done. It's really simple. That's why I love using Simple Stories, right? They make it so easy for you to create fantastic layouts. Now what I'm going to do after this ends, I'm going to pop an affiliate link here in the description box. If you want to shop my affiliate links for this collection, you're more than welcome to. You can find this at any retailer. Remember that affiliate links are completely free for you to use. And for those of us who have affiliate links, we get a small commission if someone uses that link to buy something. So let me go to the comments real quick. Let's see. Let me go back. Gerald says, yes, I love collections. It makes it so much easier. It really does. It really does. I am a lazy scrapper, so when the work is done for me and I can get right to the project, then I'm going to do that for sure. Robin says, storage and organization is all about one reach to get what you need. Exactly. I finally figured it out. If I have to fit multiple things to get it, it isn't happening. Oh yeah, lift multiple things to get it. I was right there with you. I was going to too many different sections and having to go through too much stuff. I don't like that. If I can't find what I'm looking for, I'm not interested in it. So I've organized my space, or I'm in the process of organizing my space so that I can easily reach for what I want. For this island, I do have drawers here, which has been a game changer. So if I want scissors, pins, or whatnot, I just open the drawer, grab what I need, and I can put things back to where they're supposed to go. So I don't create messes. I get frustrated with visual clutter. So that's something that's been really impacting me over the past year. I don't know why it hasn't impacted me as much before, but starting last year, it really has. So maybe it's because we're at home a lot more. We're seeing our spaces a whole lot more. And I'm not alone in this, because I have friends too who are reorganizing their homes and their offices and stuff so that it's more streamlined, because we are spending so much time at home. And I work at home anyway, so even before the pandemic. But I found that I'm not out as much and I'm in this space a whole lot, so I've been able to really look at what doesn't work for me anymore, particularly after 16 plus years of scrapbooking. Jennifer says, cannot wait, picked out my photos today and just need to work on the paper. Fantastic. Carly, hello. Victoria, standing at your desk is super concept for your one little word. Absolutely. Even now when you're dancing, put a bit of ABBA on. Yes, and dance scrap. Absolutely. I'm a dancing queen, right? Absolutely. The the cluster of butterflies are so good. Yes, Geraldine. And it just came like that. So when it's done, it's done. You just slap it on the page. Awesome. So Cindy says, my brain is jumbled. Layering is tomorrow, not mixed media. Mixed media, the mixed media madness is the virtual crop. For our patron, the patron community, we're doing advanced layering techniques tomorrow. So that's what that is. Let's see. The signs are cute. Thank you. Let's see. What else? I'm trying to see if there's any other questions before we pop off today. Love the layout. Thank you so much. Recently moved things around and love my new workstations. Awesome, Tammy. Barb says, love the layout. Still amazed how quickly you put pages together. And you know, Barb, it goes back to having those core designs that you can reach for time and time again whenever you're scrapbooking. And for me, it's usually something of this nature where I have a layered background, a spot for journaling, and a spot for the title and spot for journaling. Sometimes it's keeping with 3 basic colors. We talked about that last weekend with the Patreon community when we're talking about color theory. I'll stick to 3 main colors, which is why I usually work with collections, because that color coordination is already done. And then I don't have to do a whole lot of guesswork about it. Grids are another design that I go to a lot because they're super flexible. L designs are another of my go-tos as well. So if I'm just scrapbooking on the fly, then I go to those designs. I don't worry about all my layouts looking the same, because not all my layouts look the same. And sometimes I just want to scrapbook and do my thing, and I'm not going to worry about spending hours trying to design some kind of organic layout. Now, if I'm doing projects for like my contract work that I do for other companies, then I usually will sit down and clearly I have to design something that's a little bit more organic, more my design. But just my everyday scrapbooking that I do, I have my go-to layouts, which makes it easier to put your layouts together. Alrighty. Let's see. Geraldine says, you maybe want to change my room around. I need to get myself some drawers so I can be more productive. Drawers are a game changer. Now, one of the things I'll talk about in my room tour, and I'll be doing some other room organization content with that too, is that at this point in my scrapbooking life, and for me professionally, I need to just be able to find things, and my systems just need to make sense. And I also don't want a lot of visual clutter, meaning I don't need everything out in order to see it. I don't have to physically see my supplies in order to use them, whereas before I did. So now I like things behind cabinets and in drawers that are clearly labeled. So if I'm looking for tape, I know where to go get it because it's clearly labeled. If I need my scissors and stuff, I just open up my drawer and there's my scissors and everything is organized in this drawer. And that's typically how I like to work with my supplies. My kitchen, the same way. When I worked before I started my business, the same way in any office that I had. Usually everything was in a drawer, in a cabinet for me, with the exception of my scrappy space, because I used to like everything out. And now that's changed for me in my creative space. So you have to organize it based on how you work today, right? And that changes for sure. Where'd you get the black pop dots? Oh, these are, let me show you. Let me see if I can pull some. These are 3D foam squares, self-adhesive. They come in sort of a larger square and a smaller square, and this is from Scrapbook Adhesives. You get 217 pieces, and these are sold at major scrapbook retailers. I think Michael's or Joann's or Hobby Lobby carries this brand too. But anyway, it's called Scrapbook Adhesives is the company. 3D foam squares. And they have black and white, and I use both. I use a lot of adhesive. I have tons of adhesive. I blow through it every week. Love this layout. Don't know if I could do the stand-up crafting, but I do love to dance. Yes, you can stand up and dance right while you're taking a break. Awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out today, Susan. Thank you. Blessings to you as well. Cindy, Simple Stories colors work from collection to collection. They absolutely do. And Simple Stories typically has more of a cream tint to their paper versus white, but you can still mix it with white too. I'm one of those maniacs that uses white with cream. Where'd you get the little storage containers you're using? These I got from a store called At Home. So if you're familiar with it, they used to be called Garden Ridge. But they sell these. In fact, I have a set that's not open. Hold on just a second. So, this is from a company. Move my layout out of the way. Called Heritage. And it's sold at Home. And it's called a multi-purpose storage bin with lids. And you get 3 of them. So you get a large one, and then you get 2 smaller bins, and they stack. So you can stack, the 2 on the large ones like they have them packaged, or you can stack the larger ones on the larger ones, smaller on the smaller, that type of thing. They're not a super thick plastic bin, but it works for this purpose. If you are using it like in a playroom, a craft room, or whatnot, it's perfect. If you need something with a little bit more solid construction, I wouldn't recommend this one because the plastic's a little bit thinner, but it works for my purpose. So I have, like, for instance, my double-sided adhesives here, and then I have some of my open packaged adhesive dots, and that lid just sits right on top of there. And then in my craft island, I just have them stacked on the shelves like this. And then I just make labels using my label maker. And I went through and just categorized the materials that I need to reach that I reach for the most. So that's what I use those for. Love them, and they retail for $12.99 here in the U.S. I don't know if you can find this brand elsewhere, but that's where I found it at when I was at that particular store. It used to be called Garden Ridge. There are other containers you can get for a lot less money. So Dollar Tree has fantastic plastic containers if you don't need anything super, super sturdy. Typically, I bought a lot of stuff at Dollar Tree over the years, or some discount retailer, Dollar General or whatnot. Usually you can get a pretty good stack of organizers for super inexpensive. Target has great stuff. IKEA has great stuff. I have a lot of organizers from IKEA that I've used over the years. I tend to kind of collect organization things so I can have it on hand. So, yes, absolutely. So anyway, that's where I got that today. Mary, I hope you feel better, friend. I hope you recover from your cold. Let's see. Any other questions? Yes, Lori, that store has lots of organization solutions, so check that out. IKEA does have similar containers. IKEA has a nice one that also has lids too. Somewhat similarly designed that you can stack. But yeah, absolutely. All right, friends. I'm going to pop off. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's live. Jen, thank you for mentioning Tuesday morning, by the way. Tuesday morning has organizers too. Make sure if you're new here to the Victoria Marie YouTube channel that you click the subscribe button when you do click the bell. That way you'll be notified every time there's new content, including our Friday lives. Just an important note, we will not have a Friday live next week because I'll be preparing for the virtual crop. Make sure that you subscribe to the newsletter and make sure that you subscribe to the blog so that you can get notification when I post about registration this afternoon. I'm almost finished getting those details ready, so I'll be posting it this afternoon, later on this afternoon. And I hope you join us at $7.99 USD. You do not have to be any kind of mixed media expert to come and play along. And we do have a lot of people who just come and play along to hang out for the live Zoom scrap and chats throughout the weekend. There are 4 opportunities actually there's 5 because we do 1 on Friday, 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. There's a complete schedule of events. You get all the information at the time of registration, which is fantastic. And I hope you join us. So I will see you guys in April. Back here, I'll be posting some other content here on the channel, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for your energy. Have a fantastic weekend. Make sure you thumbs up if you haven't already this live. If you've enjoyed it, that lets YouTube know that you like this content, and I'll make sure to notify you anytime that I post it here. All right, guys, have a fabulous weekend. Bye-bye.